I'm Michelle Carter, and I'm the owner of MCB Nurse Consultant. And I help directors of nurses in long-term care to overcome frustration and exhaustion, help them to be able to be more impactful, confident, strong leaders. And we do that by teaching them communication skills, leadership development, emotional intelligence, advanced personality science to be able to retain and engage with their team better, and also building strong relationships. I've been a director of nursing for over 17 years, so I totally understand the challenges that director nurses are going through every single day. I'm presently still working as a director of nursing, so I go through the challenges myself. I wanted to try to help directors of nursing understanding different ways of how to retain and recruit staff. So we are talking about how to retain and recruit staff. One way that you could do that is by empowerment. Empowerment by empowerment in action, by training your staff. Training can be successful in long-term care. One of the ways that you can really start recruiting your staff and also retaining your staff is investing in continuous development. People want to work places where they can grow. People want to work places where they have opportunities. So you want to kind of look at different programs that you can work with your HR department within your network to help them grow. Some programs that you may be able to work with is increasing your CNA with your CNAs, having different different levels for your CNAs. Giving your CNAs empowerment to run your huddles, giving your CNAs empowerment to become mentors and preceptors, and also your LPNs. You want to make sure it's so important if you have any type of retention, if you have any type of reimbursement for schooling, that you make sure that HR is promoting that. Make sure that you're telling it to your team members and your potential team members when you're interviewing them. You want to also make sure that you give them, that you're able to have strong leadership development for your nurses and also your CNAs. You want to give them opportunities. Talk to them, ask them what type of things that they might want to do. You have those strong CNAs out there that are striving to do more, but they might not be ready to go back to school. So why not embrace them and see if they want to be a lead CNA? See if they want to be in charge of weights. See if they want to be a shower CNA. See if they want to be on any of the committees. It's always great to have your CNA on a fall committee, to help with skin rounds, and also on your QAPI committee, your quality assurance improvement and performance improvement committees. When you're supporting leadership development, you want to be showing that you're doing leadership development for yourself. When you attend conferences, invite your ADONs. Let your RNACs, your ADONs, let your supervisors be able to attend conferences, be able to embrace leadership development. Talk to your HR team and see if there's any type of leadership development that can be done within the organization. That's something that our company does. We come out and do leadership development. We do a lot of personality science development for the directors of nurses and also for the ADONs and other staff members and administrators, so they could be more connected with their team. I want you to remember that people want to work where they feel appreciated and where they can grow. If you can make an environment where your team feels appreciated and they can grow, you will be able to retain your staff and recruit your staff. So you got to be able to set foot and talk to your HR person development about that. You want to promote developing new leaders. And leadership can be, and you can have CNAs as leaders. Get your CNAs on your safety committee. You can have your LPNs be leaders. Get them in different training programs. When you have a chance for vendors to come out to do different trainings, have them come and do different trainings. Years ago, before I became a DON, when I was a floor nurse, I had an opportunity to go to a conference just to learn how to use our our internal feeding pumps. And it wasn't even a conference. It was a training to learn to use our internal feeding pumps. And that I was able to come back and train all the nurses in the building. That gave me some empowerment. I was so happy to be able to do that. I was able to learn some, I was able to come back and teach them. When there's small things like that, if it's a new product that's coming into your building, get a couple strong nurses, get them involved, and have them help you. If you're changing, that is still empowerment to them. That is still continuous learning. That is something that is going to want them to want to stay there. The small steps until you can get to the bigger steps. Now, the bigger steps, you're going to need your company's backup, especially with the tuition reimbursement. But there's small things that you can do to just show your team that, to give them more things to learn, to be able to do that continuous learning. Supporting that leadership development. If they want to be able to go to the conference, let them go to the conference. Sometimes you might not be able to actually get the company to pay for the conference, but allow them not to have to use any of their PTO time. That may be able to help also. Have people come in and speak. Have people come in and speak at your community for your team. Have them come in and any type of leadership development. Again, like I said, that's something that we come into buildings and we help and give them leadership development and being able to teach them different ways with the personality science to be more engaged with their team. And that's something you'll learn a little bit more about when we have our staffing strategies made easy for directors and nurses on August 20th through the 22nd. There's going to be a link at the end of this video that you'll be able to sign up and get onto the wait list. You want to be able to enhance the job satisfaction. And in order to be able to enhance the job satisfaction, keeping them engaged. Keeping them engaged. And in order to keep them engaged, you have to know your team. Keep them engaged. Go to those neighborhoods. Go to those units. Have your ADON, have your supervisor, making sure that everybody in that management team has some type of connection with their teams. Engage and empower your supervisors. Have them make sure that they have connections with their team. Engage them in, with having special days. Fridays might be a donut day. The third Friday of the month might be a donut day. That's something that's going to keep the team engagement. It's summertime. It's summertime across America. The third Friday could be popsicle day. That's something small that can engage them. Those little things can engage them. Obviously, monetary values is very important to our staff, but that's something sometimes as a DON we don't have control over. So we want to be able to do things that's in our control. So doing those little engagements and saying thank you. Just a simple thank you or a thank you note or some type of appreciation for the team members, employee recognition. Those small things can go such a long way. We want to be able to keep your team engaged, because when your team's engaged, they're not going to want to go elsewhere. They're going to feel like they're appreciated. They're going to feel like it's a family, And sometimes the engagement might just be going to the neighborhoods and checking on them, seeing how they're doing. How are you today? What's going on with you? Is there anything you might want to talk about? Or just have a conversation. You'd be surprised when you just have a simple conversation how things come out. And that goes kind of with your rounding. Going out there, rounding with your team and keeping them engaged. So we're going to, as a director of nursing and long-term care, to be able to retain your staff, you want to be able to do some of these empowering training techniques. Investing in continuing education, continuous development. You want to support and do leadership development, and you want to enhance the job satisfaction by being engaged. Those three techniques are going to help you to retain your staff and empower training within your organization. As a director of nursing, fight for your team. Talk to HR. Talk to your team. Do a survey and see what type of things they might want to learn. When you do your skills fairs, different things that they might want to learn. Incorporate some of your team members in those. Let them have a booth. Let your CNAs help them be the one to train the lifts. They use them all the time. That's giving them continuous empowerment. That's giving them engagement. You know, if you can have vendors come in and do any type of education, if you're not able to do that, if your facility or your organization promotes educational tuition reimbursement or have scholarships, make sure you promote that to your team. Make sure your team knows that. Talk to them about that. When you hear that they want to go to school or anything, help give them that support. Help them with their scheduling, give that to support, and give them the support as being a strong leader. I hope these little tidbits help you. I want you to be able to come and join us on August 20th through the 22nd for our staffing strategies made easy for directors and nurses in long-term care. When you sign up for the wait list, we'll be getting in touch with you, giving you more information with the next upcoming weeks. You also get 4.5 CEUs for this event. It's a 3-day workshop. The 20th, 21st, and 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern Time to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You don't want to miss this. We're going to be going really deep and dive of how we can help directors and nurses be able to have staffing strategies that are easy and quick, that you can retain your staff, you can recruit staff, and you can empower and engage your staff. I hope that helps you, and I can't wait to see you in August. Have a great day.